Jude Bellingham, could potentially be in a little bit of hot water.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry.
Facts. For making a factually correct statement.
No, but he wasn't talking fact though. His point wasn't a point about facts. His point was that guy's been done for match fixing, so he's at it again. That's
why you give him the biggest game in Germany. I think was
the words.
Yeah, but his point was that he was done it before, so he's doing it again. That's what he was insinuating. And you cannot do that. Like,
I don't even think. Do you know what? Nah, do you know why I'm going to disagree, Steve? I think you can call out a possibility of letting someone who has done that before and questioning whether or not if they've made another debatable decision to do it again, because it has happened. It is a fact what he said, and whatever way you interpreted that. With all due respect, my friends, opinions are like arseholes. That is just an interpretation. What he said was actually facts. He noted a thing down. What a goal as well, by the way. That's Amari Gray. He's done amazing. He's noted down something that was true, and he's emotional. It's just after a game that they're disappointed in losing. He's a kid. I don't really think and I don't think he's actually said anything that wrong in the first place. So, whatever you thought he said, that's just an interpretation, isn't it? So I don't think you can go off
but that's what he was insinuating. Like, it is, isn't it? That's what he was saying.
But it's just an insinuation.
He was saying
that something completely different.
Yeah, but you can't.
I like it. I like the fact that he felt like he could.
I don't think you can. Well, I mean, anybody can say whatever they want. Like, they're going to get the book chucked at them. And
I mean, let's put it this way, Steve. Right. Let's say you go into mixed martial arts and you start fighting mixed martial arts and there's a referee who's been done before for iffy decisions, and you fight a fight against somebody and it's a close affair, and you don't get it, and you're a little bit iffed, and you've raised concerns about this in the week build up to the fight. I think you're perfectly within your rights to think that it could be happening again.
I mean, you're probably within your rights to think that and to raise your concerns officially. Whether or not you would be advised to say it in a big interview on television or not, I don't quite know. Look, I'm not disagreeing. I mean, if a referee's been done for match fixing, getting some dodgy decisions, then it's natural to think that, isn't it? That's human nature.
Do you think he should be suspended?
My point is that it's pretty brain dead in my mind to say it.
But how though when it's true? The referee he was talking about actually did get done for match fixing in 2006, I think.
Yeah, but I think you're always... I did. If that happened in this country, I think... I mean, I don't know whether we give a referee a job who'd been done for match fixing or not, but
yeah, that's the point that gets to me. I mean, whether
that's the point he's making.
The greater thing here is the appointment was very strange.
That's the point he was making.
Yeah, that's baffling to me that you can have a referee in the top level who's been done for match fixing at all.
So why is Jude Bellingham wrong when he's literally making a statement to basically say what you've just said? He's just
I wouldn't say it. If I was a footballer, I probably wouldn't say that.
See, I relate to this a bit more because I'm a passion merchant and I would absolutely not be able to hold my tongue. I know I wouldn't in that situation.
What's so bad about telling the truth? So now we're saying in football you can't tell the truth, you can't speak facts, you can't say your opinion. That's a very democratic, I don't know if that's the word, and I don't want to use big words that I don't know the meaning of. But like, I just think that's very, I don't know, just very naive to think that one opinion matters. So if Jude Bellingham gets suspended, that means what he said is wrong. But it's not, it's his opinion.
It doesn't mean what he said is wrong. It means he shouldn't have said it.
But why shouldn't he have said it when he's telling the truth? Like, what type of world are we living in when we allow that to happen?
Anybody that calls into question a referee's integrity in this country gets the book chucked at them, don't they? We've seen managers.
Wait, Dave, repeat that. Sorry, repeat that. Sorry.
We've seen managers managers in the Premier League, get banned, get big fines for calling into question.
Doesn't mean it was right. Doesn't mean it was right.
No, perhaps it doesn't. But that's what I mean. That
I think the real problem here, given
like
referee should be banned from just
that's
any games.
That's absolutely
the fact that it got to this point, I suppose. And look, things blow over or things get heated. It happens, especially when you lose the game the way they did with a late penalty for a handball. Mats Hummels having had a penalty denied, they believed as well at one point in the game. I mean, look, it's an unfortunate incident, but I think there's reasons on both sides to say we probably could have done this a little bit better.
I think that if he was coming to it as a 25-year-old player that had played for 8, 9, 10 years, I bet he wouldn't have said that. Whether that's right or wrong, whether that's right or wrong, I bet.
But it doesn't matter.
He shouldn't.
It doesn't matter though, because he should be allowed to say that. He stated a fact. And the thing is, he never said out of his words, "Oh, we match fixed this game." But why is he refereeing such a big occasion?
That's what he was insinuating.
No, of course it was insinuating, but you can't just use your interpretation and then make such a decision, such as banning a kid. Even the fact he's not a kid, what I'm basically trying to lead to. Long story short, what he said is true. He might have not. The referee made a questionable decision in the game, and then he's re-brought up a point which he would have knew about beforehand. So they would have been questioning this referee anyway. That's the point that I'm trying to say. And he has every right to question the referee, because that is the difference. If Dortmund finish seconds, which I don't know how far behind they are at Bayern, by 3 points, that's the game that makes the difference. That's huge for match revenue. That's huge for your not match revenue. That's huge for revenue just in general, club revenue, to win the league. It's a huge thing for your market. It's a huge thing to keep your younger players that you've been selling for years. And the difference was that game. Or because you trusted a referee who's fucked up before. And I don't think it's wrong to call that out. Because if you get robbed in boxing, I am around amateur boxing a lot, and the amount of robberies that I see on a week-to-week basis in amateur boxing is disgraceful. And that is it. That is someone's livelihood. You're affecting their career by giving them a loss they don't deserve. Just as Jude Bellingham was upset about getting a loss based on a questionable referee decision.
All right, devil's advocate, though. You've got a guy that, made a massive error. I don't know exactly what he did 15 years ago, whatever. He's made that massive error. Presumably, he faced a ban. Presumably, he's worked his way back up to the very top level. Does he then, if he's made a decision, which we have to believe was in totally good faith, does he then deserve to have his integrity questioned like that?
I would say, and I think I'll answer this because you guys are on either side of this, so I'll have my little pop at it. I think what Steve said there is very valid. I don't think it should ever be to the point where he should be allowed near the game again. If he is involved.
No, I don't think so either.
That shouldn't have happened. But based off just yesterday, I don't think it was that ridiculous a decision that the thought of max fixing could come into your head, because he did handle the ball.
Wasn't. It was.
But that was his opinion.
But he was insinuating that he gave that penalty because he's a match fixer.
I think the problem was that he didn't give the other one. If he gave Dortmund the penalty, I don't think anybody has this conversation before that, because I don't think the Hummels incident in itself was bad enough to warrant any justification of iffiness, because you see them given every week.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I would.
He would have watched no replays. You've got to think about circumstances as well. I don't know. I think it's very harsh if he gets a ban, and he's a kid. But I'm just removing that as well. Think he's done nothing wrong.
No way the police should be involved. That's ridiculous.
At least, lads, we know he won't have to worry about this when he comes to Liverpool. He won't have to worry about that type of carry-on when he's playing in front of the cop.
He's on the chugga chugga train.
Yes.